Hi everyone, your vintage stick here, and today, I'm gonna talk about another thing. Uh, yeah, as you can tell on the channel, I play a good deal of Pokemon, which is an RPG game, and RPGs are a cool style and everything, but there's not a lot that I really like. Pokemon is one of the big ones because it's an easy style and format to understand and play through, as well as the story is usually pretty compelling and enjoyable, as well as the music. I just love Pokemon music sometimes, you know. But like Final Fantasy and like another one, Tales of Mana or something like that. Those usually aren't really on my jam. The story is not really compelling to me. Like, I understand how blasphemous that is. Like, some people love Final Fantasy, and I get that. Final Fantasy is a cool concept. Like, I think that's cool and all, but it doesn't really attract my attention to it like in the games. But there is one out there that really catches my eye, and usually I have it up there in my SNES, but today I have it down here with me to hold. So the game I have today is Earthbound. Earthbound is one of like the most interesting and fun experiences I ever played. I first played it on lockdown whenever like COVID was still going on, and I fell in love. It was surprisingly good, and I was like, oh my god, this is a great RPG, and so I'm here to talk about that a bit today. Earthbound. So let's talk about that. Earthbound is one of those games you look at and you see it around like on Nintendo Switch Online and everything, and you're like, huh, I wonder what that's about, and you should play it. It's a game you have to play to experience it and understand. There's just something magical about it. And what's that magic, you might ask? Well, everything. The game is phenomenal. You've heard me ranting and raving for the past few minutes now on why it's such a good game. I love it. A lot of people love it. While it might have a smaller fan base than most mainline Nintendo games, it still has a sizable population that goes, yeah, this game is one of the best that we've ever played. And there's good reason for it. The gameplay is interesting, the art is beautiful, and the music is just absolute bangers all across the board. And it's not perfection. Don't get me wrong. Some of the parts of the game, there are stupid parts, hard parts, absolutely just dumb. It, like, in terms of an RPG, yeah, it's an RPG. It's pretty good for what it does. But it takes things to the next level. It enhances on some aspects of an RPG that are already cool and just adds on to them. Like, one of the coolest things I find in Earthbound is the battle system. And yeah, it looks like just a normal RPG battle system, like that you would find in like Pokemon or Final Fantasy. But one of the cool things about it is the HP. When you get hit, your health points don't just vanish in the blink of an eye. You see them roll down, and that gives you the opportunity to rescue yourself. You don't need to have multiple party members alive to revive you and make sure you don't die. You have them to, like, be just there to make sure they don't die. Because that's not a thing you see in a lot of RPGs. Like, the last time you've seen it, at least in my memory, was back in 2015 in Undertale with Sansa's fight, and the story is well written. Like, there are very funny interactions. You'll see, like, your neighbor hates your dad because they were business partners, and then your dad made a good deal of money while the other guy went bust or something like that, and he blames your dad, even though your dad was a hard worker and he wasn't. It was funny. Like, it's just, and like, yeah, it's not perfection. Don't get me wrong. I can always find a flaw within something, but it's pretty damn close in my eyes. So let's go on to talking about a little bit of the story. The game follows a little boy on his journey to, surprisingly, save the world from an invading force by the evil overlord Gygus. Gygus. It's Gygus, not Gigas. But you can name the child anything, but in any other media that you find him in Nintendo's arsenal is Ness. Ness is always going to be the name of this boy. And you go through Onit, a peaceful little village and, like, world in Eagle Land to protect and save by going to these 7 what are they? Sound areas, I believe they're called. I don't remember. It has been a while. I probably should play this for the channel. But you go around and you have to basically restore the calmness of the area by just fighting your way through. And eventually you do come across your way. It's not just Ness alone on this journey through Eagle Land. You have 3 other people that will join you on your journey. You have Jeff, Poe, and Paula, who will all join you and be respectable fighters within their own rights. And each are pretty good. You don't just run into them in the wild and like just say, "Hey, come along with me and join." You start playing as them first, and you get to see why they're fighting for and what their reason for joining Ness's party is. And it's an incredible plot device, and I really enjoyed not being Ness all the time. Even if those moments were short, they were some good breaks within the gameplay as Ness, Yeah, Earthbound is one of the best games. It had such a loaded, also, like, development, like, crew for it. Like, the music, the composers, Kichi Suzuka and Hirokazu Tanaka made some of the best music on the game, as well as you have the game's producer Satoru Iwata with such a loaded, like, 2 of the most well-known composers in Nintendo's arsenal, as well as one of the best game designers, Iwata. You have a really good recipe for success in the game, and it's no wonder why Earthbound turned out so good as it did when it has some good backing behind it. And yeah, I love Earthbound. So hopefully one day I'll play it on the channel for you. Not right now. I have a little bit on my plate that I don't want to overwhelm myself with, but you guys will eventually see me play it, and you will see me geek out and fanboy over it because it's such a good game. But yeah. Anyway, if you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would mean a lot to me. As well, just go follow my TikTok. Go give me a like or some. Shows me that you're paying attention to that till the end. And yeah. I've been your Vintage Sick. Remember, keep it sicky. Bye-bye.